Okay, so now we'll do some questions from question 17. By the way, I'm recording this for the 3 absentees who are not in school today. Okay, so you will have received this worksheet, right? And all the things or whatever you have learned from chapter 16 is already parked under first page of the worksheet. Okay, so all the different integration formulas that you are supposed to know are here. So you can refer to this list of formulas. Okay, as you do this worksheet. Okay, so now we'll look at chapter 17. Okay, so the concept of definite integral is actually area under the graph. Okay, which we will cover later on in the later part of the chapter. Okay, and I already briefly went through this formula just now. Okay, when we have definite integral, this is the formula. Okay, which you have already learned in the many videos that you all watched in chapter 17 worksheet. Okay, so now we'll do some try it questions. Okay, additional example 1, finding the value of unknown constants. Okay, find the value of k given that the integral from -2 to k of this function is equals to 9. Right, so you are given this equation. Okay, first thing you do is you try to integrate this function. Right, so how do we integrate this function here? Which formula should we use to integrate that function? Right, the third bullet point, this one. Okay, so we will apply that formula here. Okay, the constant tree, how about this constant tree? What do we do with it? What do you do with this constant tree? Okay, you can either leave it there or you pull it out. Okay, you can do either one. So my suggestion is to leave it there. Don't pull it out. Okay, because later on, if you're gonna pull it out and then you're gonna integrate that bracket, right? Later you have to expand it back in, which a lot of times students will forget. Okay, so don't just ignore it and integrate it as per usual. Alright, so I gave the answer what? There? Okay, so here you leave the 3 over there and then you integrate. So copy the bracket, power plus 1, then divide by, differentiate the bracket, and when you differentiate the bracket, it's just 1, right? So I'm just going to write it there. Then multiply by the power. Okay, so this is the formula. I'm directly applying the formula. And then we don't need to add constant c because this is definite integral. Okay, so I will sub in my k and -2 later on. Okay, so this is applying this formula here. Can? Okay, applying the first formula. Okay, let's simplify what's inside the bracket. This gives me x plus 1 cube over, 3, divide by 3. So this is gone. So it's just x plus 1 cube. Okay, then from here, I can sub in my k value and sub in my -2 value and then subtract the two expressions. So k plus 1 cube minus -2 plus 1 cube. Okay, then you solve for k. Simple. Quite simple, right? So this should give you k plus 1 cube to be 8. So k plus 1 is 2 and k is 1. Okay, so that's the answer for example 1. Okay, there's a try one at the bottom. Can y'all try that one now?